Okay, first couple of things coming in. Okay, so of course, I'm getting another animal for you right off the bat, and that is the hummingbird. So we'll just look up the hummingbird, and then one more thing after that. Okay, so here's the hummingbird. So if hummingbird shows up, it means you need to be very flexible with the twists and turns your life will take in the next few days. Put more emotional sweetness in your life. You need it. You're going through some very heart-opening kinds of experiences, and you'll quite naturally draw more and more love into your life. Openly express the love you have and feel for those important people in your life, of course. Give yourself the gift of as many flowers as you can. Spread them around your home and enjoy their sight and fragrance throughout the days to come. So it's a beautiful way to raise vibration in your home through plants and flowers. So I think that's great advice. So call on hummingbird when you're feeling down and sullen and want to lighten up, have more fun, and experience more joy. You find yourself around any negativity or harshness and want to protect yourself and lift your spirits. You're feeling fragmented and distracted, ruminating about the past or future, and want to be more present in the moment. I think that's very true. You're feeling guilt or shame about some perceived transgression in the past and want to clear yourself of these feelings. That's really interesting about the hummingbird, because I got the hummingbird, and then right after I got the hummingbird, Spirit was talking to me about that some of us are feeling like we are making a lot of silly mistakes lately. Like, they don't even have to be big ones, but just small ones, and then getting like hung up on them. And we keep revisiting in our mind how we screwed up about something, or we made a mistake, or we should have done this better, or should have done it this way, or did it the wrong way. And I think the message with that one, the message is just let it go. Okay, like every week. I mean, this is a weird time, so if you feel like you're just even if you're just feeling clumsy in some way, you try not to beat yourself up about it. Just let it go. You made a mistake. Okay, sure, do it differently next time, and just don't carry that energy around with you. Okay, so I think that really resonates with hummingbird. So just hummingbird is about raising the vibration and lightening up. So there you go. You can call upon hummingbird if you're feeling like that too. Okay, so those are the first two messages. So we'll go back in. Okay, they're also showing me that peaches are another great thing to be eating now for your immune system. Okay, so what they're showing me right now is a lot of us also, and this is actually building on the last point, so a lot of us also may feel like we are, I know many of us said we were feeling better, but there's still some of us that may feel like a kind of a dark cloud is following us around. And what they're saying with that is that, excuse me, it is up to you to use the power of your thinking and your focus to kind of chase those clouds away. And they're saying that only you kind of have that ability to almost use the power of bright, positive, optimistic, forward-thinking thoughts to remove that dark cloud. So you have that power to do that. So if you tend to be, like Hummingbird was saying, if you tend to be kind of going and revisiting the past in a negative way, or like you're ruminating on something, or you can't seem to shake something, they're just saying it is up to you to use that sunlight. If we're using this metaphor of weather, using that own sunlight, that own light vibration that you have to dissolve those clouds. Okay. So this is about the power of your thoughts and your thinking and your mental power. Okay. Okay, they're also saying that many of us are going to be craving like sweet things right now, like things that are not maybe good for us. So when I say sweet things, I kind of mean like more like junk food or sugary stuff, but they just said just make sure you don't get pulled into that temptation, because that sugar, the more sugar you have, it lowers your immune system. It's not good for you. So that doesn't mean you can't ever have sweet things, but just try and limit your daily intake of the sweet things. We may be tempted to have them more than usual lately. And they also tell me watch your intake on canned goods as well, because it's not the best for you either. Like anything processed is not very good for you. So just avoid having any canned food meals in general. If you can, try and eat as fresh and organic and lightly as possible. And the reason they say that is because the more clear your body is, the better, higher of a vibration you will have. So if you are eating more lower vibrational foods, low frequency foods, it pulls your energy down, and not only do you not feel as great, but it's also much harder for you to connect to your own spirit guides and angels and be able to get the guidance that you probably would like on a regular basis. So just be careful of the sugar and the canned foods. Try not to overdo it with any of those. And they also say like temporary measures right now to kind of protect your health and maintain your health, especially your physical health, will go a long way for you right now. Okay, so having good discipline, and serving your body well, and having good habits will really help you in the long run. So temporary measures prove to be very helpful for the long term. Okay, they're also telling me that right now you may find that it's easier for anybody that's working from home or doing anything from home. They're saying it might be easier to do your work in short periods of time, where you have heightened energy. And this is interesting because I was just talking about this the other day, and they're talking about like productivity. So try not to work all day for long periods of time. Try and be like more productive with higher energy in shorter periods of time, so that you can fit in breaks to do other things that keep your vibration high. Okay, so you may be better working for short periods of time, short bursts. this is kind of interesting. They're also telling me that the materials that we wear as well can affect our vibration and how we're feeling. So they were just saying there that anything like cotton or linen or like bamboo or natural materials are going to be better for your energy as opposed to like synthetic clothes or any synthetic materials. So maybe just do an experiment and pay attention to how you feel when you're wearing natural materials versus when you're wearing like synthetic ones. I think that's super interesting. It seems to be that a lot of what they're saying so far is about physical things that affect your vibration. Also, just a moment before that, they were also telling me about the color green. So if you were here last week, I talked about using green for a meditation at your heart chakra being very important. But there they were also showing me that including, and this goes for, I mean, this is pretty general, like this is a usual tip, but any type of like deeper greens as well that are kind of remind you of like trees, grasses, forest, plants, including that somehow into your meditation. It seems to be that those different depths of green, colors of greens are very healing right now. So how you want to include that in your meditation? Well, maybe you want to do more nature-based meditations to help you ground than usual, right? There's so many different guided meditations that you can do for free online. So maybe just think about and doing more of that, or even like I said when we started the call, having your both feet on the grass or on the earth or on the floor, and then imagining them as tree trunks. And however you want to do these meditations, it's different for everybody, right? So just personalize it the way you want it. But that seems to be powerful, is all I'm saying, is just this different earthy greens for your meditations and for clearing. Okay. Okay, so they're just going back to what I was saying about working in small, shorter periods of time, but more with more energy. They're saying that if you like chunk periods of time together, and it's like you batch what you're doing and then make a priority list. So like from like say from 9 to 11 or from 9 to 11:30, these are the three or four things that I want to achieve, or maybe it's just one thing to get done in this period of time. And then, schedule it around when you feel like you're going to need a break, for either to eat something or a water break or a tea break or something like that. And then say, okay, then from like 1 to like 3, then I have these next like 3 tasks that I'm going to do. And they're just talking about like the power of chunking or batching your workload into periods of time when you know you're going to be productive, as opposed to trying to spread out your work throughout the entire day and then like go back and forth and between things, whatever task you're doing, and do a little bit at a time. It's just not as effective for your energy. So just try and be more concentrated with your goals or for your tasks, and you can lay them out the day before, or you can just have like a kind of a rough guideline. But I think it's just about giving yourself some structure to feel like you're accomplishing things, and just some sort of a routine is going to be more helpful right now, especially for anybody that's working from home. So try and give yourself tasks to complete in a certain time period. Okay. And they're just saying on that, don't overestimate what you think you can achieve in that time. Just be real with yourself, and do what you feel would be most achievable for you. And it will feel a lot better. And then, of course, if there's still tasks that you haven't done, just, okay, it goes, to tomorrow. So just try and prioritize. Okay. They're also showing me another meditation about your throat chakra and meditating with the color blue. And what they were I think I got this, but what they were kind of showing me is that I know that there's a lot of energy right now about proper communication and just being mindful of communication and how to go about that. And they were kind of showing me like your chakras are like spinning wheels or discs, right? But in some people will describe chakras almost like these funnels. If any of you have ever read any of the Barbara Ann Brennan books, you in the illustrations, they almost look like these funnels that are coming from front to back, and they open up like a wheel or something like that. And so they were kind of saying like one thing that you can do to help balance your throat chakra right now is to imagine in any situations that are feeling tense, especially, one thing that you can do is that you can open up the front side of the throat chakra and imagine almost like sunlight or love energy or whatever you can visualize that feels good to you coming in the front. And then it's like you're bringing it in, and then anything that would be like darker energy around communication, so any negativity, aggression, hastiness, anything unkind that might be sitting or floating around in your body that hasn't been expressed yet, it's like they're saying that you can take that energy and then send it out the back of your throat chakra. So imagine like a big long funnel that runs through your throat chakra, like a blue long funnel that opens up at the front and opens up at the back. So you want to bring in any, healing light energies from the universe. So it could be sunlight, it could be cosmic energy, whatever you want. Golden light coming in or blue light coming in or something, whatever. And then you bring that into your body, and then any like more negative communication or any feelings or something, emotions sitting in your body, you can almost like bring up to the throat chakra and then send out the back. So they were showing me it's almost like a darker, like more like a black energy moving out from the back. I hope this makes sense, you guys. But I'm trying to describe what they were showing me. So that is one way to handle if you guys are feeling like just having some troubles with your communication with people lately. There's just so much information. I've just been finding in the readings I've been doing this week so much about communication. So just know that that's one thing that you can do to handle that energy that may be sitting in you right now that hasn't yet been expressed, and that probably shouldn't be, because you want to be careful and loving like the hummingbird. So there you go. There is one way of handling that via meditation with color and visualization. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense and I explained that properly. It's always kind of tough to do that. So, all right. Okay, so I think that has to do with emotions in particular, because I am getting the frog spirit with that. So if you guys know me by now, I'm so connected to animals. So let's look at the frog, because I know the frog has to do with emotions. Let's see the frog. Where are you? Here he is. Okay. Okay, so if frog shows up, it means do a physical cleanse to detoxify the body. Okay, so we talked about that already. Do an emotional cleanse by letting yourself really feel your emotions and cry as much as you need to in order to clear and release any emotional toxicity. Okay. Singing or chanting out loud will help you feel more balanced, at peace, and connected to the divine. You're entering into a time of plenty and abundance. And this is the start of a slow and steady transformational process for you, a movement from an old life to a new one. Okay? Call on frog when it's time to cleanse your life of people, places, or things that no longer fit in with your present lifestyle and who you are. You're in the midst of any life change, whether small or large, and you need the emotional sustenance and strength to go through it in a fluid and graceful way. You're planning to do a clearing and blessing ceremony for your home, office, or a specific space. You feel intimidated or hesitant about honestly stating your thoughts, feelings, or opinions to someone. So there you go. Okay, so that blue light chakra meditation is going to help with that. And then finally, you simply feel overwhelmed with negativity and want to clear it up. There you go. There's another one too. So there's a frog for you on that throat meditation. So while you do that throat meditation, you can ask frog to come in and help you or assist you with all of this. Okay. So there's frog. Okay. So let's go in for a couple more before we hit 11:30. Okay. Okay, also they're showing me, and I don't actually use the traditional tarot deck. And maybe one of you guys do, but the traditional, what's it called? Rider-Waite deck. I think there is a card called Temperance. And I don't know the meaning of this card. I don't typically use the traditional tarot, but maybe if anybody who's watching uses it, maybe you can tell us what the Temperance card means, because I am being shown that card and that the specific word temperance. So maybe that has to do with what we've just been talking about. But you might want to look look on your phone or your computer, just see what that means, because I honestly don't know. So that's coming through as well. Okay. Okay, also here on communication again, they're saying, please do not hold onto your hostilities, okay, about someone, something, a situation, circumstance. You need to learn to process that on your own and release it. So try your best not to hold on to anything that's making you feel hostile, resentful, angry. So they're just saying with the word of hostility, they're just saying, take that and see what you can learn from those feelings. Instead of just holding or concentrating on that emotion, there's an invitation to open that up, and what's there for you to learn from that. Why are you feeling that? Why are you experiencing that? What's triggering you from that? Okay. Okay, this is interesting. So they're also showing me their like what they were showing me was a visualization of a wild animal in a cage. Okay, and it's like the bars around the cage were your things that you the obstacles and the things that you put in your own way. And they were saying that it's like you're running up against the bars and you're all, crazy and annoyed and just fussing about the fact that you are in this cage. But what they were saying is that if you were to just sit where you are and be at peace and at balance with where you're sitting and what you're feeling and everything that you are in the present moment, the bars slowly fade away. So just make sure that you are kind of acknowledging where you may be putting up your own roadblocks right now, and just being grateful and patient and present with where you are in the present moment, and you will start to realize that there are solutions to things that you are feeling blocked with. Okay, so it's almost like they're showing me sitting at peace and content, sitting with peace and contentment and gratitude for where you are now. And just realizing, hey, I'm just learning stuff. I'm just here to learn. I don't have to get all caught up in what I feel is blocking me. I just need to be present. So there is another analogy for you. So temperance. You should learn to bring about balance, patience, and moderation in your life. You should take the middle road, avoiding extremes, and maintain a sense of calm. So perfect. That's exactly what we've been talking about, right? Balance, peace, patience, and moderation. Thank you, you guys, for letting me know what that means. So there you go. That seems to be one of the themes today, right? Balance, moderation, patience with ourselves, maintaining calm. Beautiful. So there you go. So it's 11:30 now. I have 30 seconds remaining before Instagram is going to kick me off. But like we do every week, I'm going to go off and then I'll rejoin. So just stick with me, okay? And rejoin, and then we will keep going. Okay? Yeah, I think we've all been working on that, Sarah. Yeah. Awesome. So I will see you in a second, okay? So just make sure that you rejoin once I restart the video. Okay? See you in a sec. Hey everyone, thanks for coming back. So for everybody that's just joining back again, how are you feeling about those messages? Are they, am I explaining them properly? Are you getting them? Are they helping? It's so neat every week how there's a theme, right? There's always a theme. So this week it seems to be a lot about on a physical level. So what we can do to manage ourselves physically, but also emotionally as well. And also just looking at how to maintain our sense of peace, calm, balance, just sitting in whatever we're feeling or sensing, and not letting us take us too far away, right? So hopefully I'm explaining this stuff properly. It's not easy. So just, if you're following and you're getting it and it's good, can you just give me a thumbs up just so I know that you're on track or it's resonating? Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so I'll keep going with a few more messages and see what else we're gonna get today. All right. Okay, I'm just trying to interpret what they're showing me, but I think I have an idea. So what they were just showing me is almost like a bright, beautiful mountain range with the sunshine out, beautiful, bright, clear day, but then an avalanche. So like an avalanche of snow coming down on the mountain. And I was trying to ask, like, okay, what do you mean by that? And what I feel that they're saying, and what I think they were saying was that we were talking a lot today about the importance of grounding, and if you are, say, on that mountain when this avalanche is happening, the more grounded you are, and the more you are going through that would bring on very intense emotions, feelings, things to process, what have you, depending on your individual situation. You can let that avalanche of whatever it is move down the mountain while you stay still. So like while you stay grounded and strong and just very centered and balanced. You can let things, even if they're really intense and powerful, you can still let them move through you or by you, and you can still stand your ground. And when you do that, you'll find that you really just need to be grounded in order to maintain that inner power. And once you let that happen or move through, you prove to yourself not only that you can do it, but also that you don't have to get caught up in your emotions or the drama or whatever else is going on around you. You can be strong. And if you don't do that, it's so easy to let whatever that avalanche is take you downhill, right? Like take you into lower vibrations. So if you've got, this I think has a lot to do again with communication and stuff right now. So whatever it is, if it's emotions, if it's, a family situation, if it's drama, if it's anything that is making you unsettled or upset, I think the message is that you just need to be very grounded and just really instill that sense of power at your solar plexus, like we talked about last week. And you can let anything go by and move around you. Okay, I hope that made sense. So, just imagine that right now you're standing on the mountain. It's a beautiful sunny day. The avalanche needs to be shaken up, move by you. You'll be fine if you stay grounded. And then once that moves through you or by you, the sun is out, it's good. You've made it past it. So maybe this is also could be that there could be something coming up that feels like an avalanche around us. So very intense, very heavy, a lot to handle at once. So stay grounded. Okay. That's what I think. That's what I'm getting from that. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, and also on grounding, they're also saying eating foods from the earth will help you as well energetically. So like legumes and stuff. Okay, Spirit is also saying that this is also a great time if any of you have oracle cards that are angel oracle cards. They're just saying this is a really beautiful time throughout all of this to connect with your angels for loving guidance and support as well. So if you have angel cards, you may want to try pulling a card for yourself every day, or even just doing a little mini reading for yourself if you have it. Or maybe you ask a friend to do it for you that may have it. You have a little FaceTime or something like that, or Skype or Zoom or something. So angel cards can be really helpful and supportive right now. I was also getting the swan. So lots of animals today. So let's look at the swan. Okay. Here it is. So if Swan shows up, it means no matter what is happening in your life right now, do whatever it takes to keep your faith strong. It's important to accept your life circumstances and surrender to the will of Spirit, trusting that it will all work out. Okay? You'll soon find clarity and purpose in the confusion that you're experiencing. Focus on the fact that life is precious and a sacred gift, and express your gratitude and appreciation in as many ways as possible. Whatever changes you're going through, go with the flow. Okay? Pretty cool. Okay, so, excuse me. So call on Swan when you have to deal with a variety of business and social situations that require you to be poised and confident. You've been so focused on the mundane that you've forgotten about the magic and mystery of life and want to connect with it. You're out of touch with the beauty in yourself, in others, and in all around you, and want to appreciate this much more consistently. You're ready emotionally and spiritually for your soulmate and want to manifest this person. You need to defend or protect yourself, your mate, or your family, yet do so in a way where you maintain your composure and calmness. Okay, so this could relate to that last thing I was talking about, the avalanche. So that is the Swan. Okay, so some really nice uplifting animals today, I think, between the Swan and the hummingbird. Okay, so there's the Swan. So let's go in again. Okay, this is funny, but so earlier I was talking about that you can wear, or I just advising or guiding you maybe to wear more natural clothing materials, so like linens and cottons and bamboos. And what they were just saying there, and I'm not sure why, I might have to ask on this, but they were just saying make sure that you're not wearing anything that's too tight. That like anything that could cut off your circulation or anything like that, because they're saying it does actually affect you in the physical sense, energetically as well. So there's something about clothing today. So interesting, but just make sure that you're not, most of us are at home and are wearing our more comfier things anyways, but something specific about wearing things that are too tight or that don't fit you properly or whatever. But let me ask about that, because I'm not sure what they're getting at with that. So we'll just go back and clarify. Okay, they are saying that it can affect the energy and the movement of your chakras. And restricts energy flow. Okay, so they're comparing it to they're just showing me imagine when you're swimming or you're in this bath or shower, how good your body feels because you are not constricted in any way. You're just letting your body flow with the water. So they're just saying when you wear things that are tight and constricting, it has the opposite effect. So you don't feel as good. It affects your energy flow, and therefore you're not going to have as high of a vibration. So kind of interesting. Yeah, and they're just saying it's all about cultivating habits that make you feel good or that help you feel good. Okay, so they're also saying that if you have the chance or you have the ability to, just looking out on a night sky and just watching the stars and just being in the presence of the stars can be very calming and soothing for us right now. And just kind of like takes your mind off of everything that's going on. So if you want to find other ways to maintain that inner sense of peace and balance and oneness with the universe, that this is another beautiful way of doing that. There could be that some of us, I know for myself, are feel like maybe we're there's a lot of theories about like where we're coming from before when we're here on Earth, before we're incarnating on Earth and having a life here. I know for me, I feel like I'm one of those starseed people. So this helps you if you feel like that too. This, and you may want to do more research on that, but this can help you feel that sense of peace by looking at the night sky. Okay, so there is one thing you can do as well. Oh, okay, so so I just got another meditation on just about on that topic about connecting with the universe and from maybe other lifetimes and different planets or different galaxies or whatever. So if you feel like maybe this is you, they just showed me that one meditation that you can do while you're out in the stars, in the presence of the stars. So we're talking a lot about chakras today, and one thing they were just saying is that you can imagine at your third eye chakra. So your third eye would be like an indigo. Sometimes people show it as purple. So indigo or purple. They're saying if you it's like you open up this beam of light. This is like a tube or something. This beam or tube of purple or indigo energy, and it's almost like you project it out into the universe or the stars. They were saying that is one way that you can get downloads or guidance or any type of communication from those this is really out there today, you guys, but from those other civilizations, so those other beings out there. So this could be, we would refer to them probably as star people, starseed. What are they called, you guys? I'm not sure. But if you're feeling like, I just posted this actually on my reading on Monday for everybody, the card reading. And the last reading was about what's called the Mintican people, who were thought to be the original light workers from the Orion's belt. And so I really resonated with that, and maybe you guys did too. But it just seems like they're saying that yes, this is a thing, and some of us are from other galaxies, planets, different beings, civilizations. And so if you really connect with the stars and the galaxies and just looking at the night sky, this is one meditation that you could potentially do to connect with that energy, maybe where you're from, or maybe where you existed from or were born or something like that. So there you go. I hope you guys don't think I'm insane, but that's what they were showing me I think that there are some guides that do exist from other galaxies. So kind of cool, right? I definitely feel that way. So well, let's try it. And if you do try it, let me know. Yeah, maybe another way to get some more guidance other than your from your own spirit team. Maybe you want to try getting guidance from another world. So try it. I'm gonna try it. Okay, so how are we doing? What do you think? Do you want to? Okay, so you guys are saying you like that, so that's cool. I'm glad I didn't sound like